So in today's video, we'll be looking at finding the right suppliers to be able to price your products properly. So we'll be looking at price points for your wholesalers versus your retailers, your product, what your product packaging looks like, as well as trying your products. I hope you enjoy. So this is my walk, and there's this, I always want to go into these places. I'm wondering if I ever show up one day, if they'll turn me back. But whenever I go and I see any of these other alternate, and I'm using the word alternate loosely to be honest, because it's technically not, but it's not my place of worship. But when I see other places of worship, I always want to go see what it's like to experience it. And that's just me, the fast enough of business. But okay, what are we going to talk about today? So today, let's talk about finding your suppliers to build profitability. And this article was written by Michelle. So there's these things now, and they've been around for a while to be honest, but beauty boxes, what else? Those box thingy that you don't know what you're getting until you get it basically. So, and it's not just that one, but just about every single thing that we're doing, we need to ensure that whatever we buy it for, we're able to sell it back, basically. And we struggle with our price points. We struggle with, because at the end of the day, we want to make money, right? But I find, oh dear, I need to cross. How am I going to cross? But I find, I guess I won't be crossing anytime soon. Okay. Like me personally, I struggle. So how do I say that? So you know what you want to make, and you know the cost, what it's going to cost you. However, once you do your markup and all the different pieces to it, will your target market be willing to pay that price? So when you're looking for suppliers, there are many things that you need to look for in terms of knowing that you're going to make a profit. So your price point is not the only one, but it matters. So what you need to have at the back of your mind is the fact that there are many suppliers out there. There are many suppliers that sell quality products. So you're looking for quality. There are many ways to get the quality that you want at a lower price. And just a reminder, cost and value are different. So if your target market is willing to spend, I don't know, $20, no more than $20 and something, then you know that you cannot spend more than, I don't know, $10, maybe less. And I'm just throwing numbers out there. My point is, you have to be able to sell your product, not just retail, but also wholesale. So that's something I learned the hard way. And I feel like I'm still learning that lesson even now. So, I want to go, okay, I can cross at the light down there. I was hoping to find a park today to go into, but I couldn't find any. So I'm just walking. And that's all we're doing anyway, right? Just walking. So you can always find your quality that you need for your target market to be able to still make a profit. So you just have to look, and don't just grab on the first supplier that you have. And if you have to grab, because there are times when you have to do some of the the background work yourself to make it cheaper. So let's say, I don't know, you might have to do your own dyeing just to reduce the cost. And you're still creating, which one am I looking for? You're still creating jobs or job opportunities while you're doing that. The other piece of it, so your price point is one thing when you're looking for value. Another piece is to try everything she says. So what this means is whatever product you're planning to sell, try it yourself. Make sure you try it. Try your own products. Let's say it's face cream or some beauty product, whatever. Make sure that you use it. So if it says you're going to see results in 2 weeks, then use it consistently for 2 weeks to see what the results are.
Ask your family and friends to use it consistently for 2 weeks to see what the results are. And then you can actually have first-hand knowledge as to how your product works. And then the other thing she talks about is packaging. And she used an anecdote, an example. I won't bother with her example because I'm going to mess it up. But you might see something online and then you order it for your own self. And then the packaging just doesn't work. And so you have to think about what is it going to look like. So when you're dealing with suppliers, it's not just the product itself. And again, this is something that you can do on your own. You can take it and repackage it, but if that's not the type of business that you're running, you have to ensure that the packaging is good enough for your target market, because people are going to it's like when you're eating, you eat with your eyes, you eat with your tongue, you eat with a whole lot of different senses. Your smell is the same thing with stuff. Like people look at it, does it look appealing? Yes or no. If it doesn't, moving right along. And so you have to take those things in mind when you're trying to figure out your suppliers. So price point is the number one thing. Make sure that you're able to sell it to a wholesaler first. So your wholesaler and retail price are different. And the wholesaler needs to be able to mark it up to sell it either the same cost as and I'll give you this little anecdote. Years ago, I wanted to, after I finished my master's, I did entrepreneurship and I wanted to have first-hand knowledge because I wanted to get in. I've always wanted to do consulting. And so, but I wanted first-hand knowledge, first-hand experience, I should say, of it. And so I decided to start a line of eco-friendly handbags. So I'm going to stop here for a second because I need to cross and I can't walk across. So I needed first-hand knowledge, and so I decided to start my own line of eco-friendly handbags. And can I tell you, I bought the bags. I bought the bags and I did my pricing based on the cost for the bag itself, the manufacturing cost of the bag, the shipping cost, the little things that we put on in the tags. A whole bunch of stuff went into figuring out what the cost is for the bag. And then what I then did know was to focus on retail and forgot the whole thing about wholesale. And so I started focusing on the retail, price it based on retail. So I did my markup. Okay, this is what we'll do, that sort of thing. And then I started selling. After I started selling, I decided, and I'm laughing at myself now because it was just silly. Sorry, I'm going to pause here because I don't want to cross. I want to focus on crossing the road, okay? So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so where was I? So I started selling retail, going to trade shows and a whole shebang. And then people started noticing me. Stores started noticing. Actually, even before I got there. So I wanted to get them into Sears. And I knew somebody who works there. And so we're in an association together. And so I decided to go through her to try and get in. And after we had coffee and we talked, I realized my biggest mistake was not doing a wholesale pricing. I basically could not afford to put the bags into Sears because of what Sears was going to pay me for them in order to be able to sell their customers. Other persons started approaching me. They ended up being in a store, and I basically made no money off of it when it went into 2 stores, I think, in Toronto. And another person approached me. It wasn't even one person. So she wanted to put them in several gyms. So there's this one particular one that would be really good for yoga mats and stuff. And she wanted to buy it. But then again, at that point, can't sell wholesale pricing because I didn't price it properly. And that was my first really hard knowledge in terms of pricing. And that was me not doing my research properly. But I've learned my lesson since then. And it's all good now. All right, so try everything. Your price point is really, really important. And this was my walk for today. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm walking. I am walking. I'm not a lover of walks, but I'm walking. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. All right, so remember to like, share, subscribe, click on that little button that allows you to get notifications, and walk with me, walk with me. See you on the next video.